So I want to touch on the best way basically to bug proof your feathers. So you're after going out, you're after harvesting your own feathers from a game bird or a wild bird or something like that, and basically you want to bug proof it basically to protect your other materials from getting an infestation. What's the best way to do it? Very simple. There's two ways I do it, and this is how I do it, and it's very effective. It has never failed me to date, so I'm going to share this with you. So basically, what I do is if I and for example here I have bags here with pheasant feathers, various pheasant feathers in it, stuff like that. So if I've just plucked the pheasant feathers or the feathers off a bird and then bagging them up, what I will do is I put them into a freezer as they are. So I bag them up like this and put them straight into a freezer, and I leave them in the freezer for about 3 to 4 weeks, about 3 weeks usually, and give them a good blast in the freezer there, give them a good long chill. I'll take them out then and I'll defrost them. So basically making sure, you know, I have my own freezer for all this stuff, so I'm not putting it in on top of the wife's or the foods and stuff. But again, if you don't have your own freezer, this is something you just want to check with the missus or with the wife or the better half, and just make sure that it is okay. That you're not basically you're not getting yourself into trouble from the boss. Yeah, basically I'll put my feathers in on top of everything so they're not going to get squashed or crushed or anything in the freezer, and I'll leave them there for about 3 weeks. If I forget about them, probably 4 or 5, but you know, but it's not going to do any harm to the feathers. But I'll take it out, and basically then I let them warm up to room temperature, and I've generally find then after that I never have an issue. And today it's mixing them with my materials, then I've never had an issue. I also keep them in the Ziploc bags here, and you can see it here. So these sealable bags, this is one thing I always use, so it's a good tip. Everything you have should go into them, because you know there is moths and stuff, flies and stuff will eat the feathers on you. If you basically, if you don't want to freeze it and you want a bit more, there's another step you can do here, and I'll just demonstrate this to you. I have here borax in a tub, and you can see various different feathers in that there, and basically the reason I'm doing this here with the feathers, with the borax here, is because these are whole skins, basically capes of a pheasant that I'm preserving currently at the moment. And if I just take it out, this one here, this is one I done earlier this year, or early last year I should say, and it's just again, it's another really effective way of preserving and bug proofing your feathers. So this one here, you can see the borax, so this was preserved with borax, and what I generally do is, like you see in the tub there, I put them feather down into the borax, and then I cover the skin with the borax, sprinkle a layer of borax on the bottom of the tub first, and then basically put the feathers down onto it, and I leave them there for 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, depending on what time of year it is. Winter you'll probably want about 6 weeks, because borax essentially does absorb moisture, so it'll pull the moisture in from the air, so it might take that a little bit longer to preserve your skins. Otherwise, if you wanted to leave them inside during winter, leave them in a tub sealed in a press somewhere. They won't go smelly, they don't, not with the borax, they'll be perfectly safe. It will dry in 4 weeks, no problem. Summertime you can leave it out in the shed 4 weeks, and you'll get that result there. But these feathers then will be essentially will be bug proofed, and nothing, basically after being in the borax for that long, nothing will touch these feathers. And that's generally another step I do, but I don't generally do it for just feathers I just plucked off a bird and bagged. I generally do it for skins, but there's nothing to stop you know, plucking a load of feathers, putting them into the borax and just sprinkling some borax over them and leaving them for a couple of weeks there. That will kill any bug that is on them, as well as freezing them. You know, that's an alternative method, because borax will kill bugs like on the feathers as well, as freezing does as well. But it's just there's similar methods like. but the borax will kill any bugs on it, so, and again it will bug proof it, so you won't have any bugs touching it after you have the borax. But that's essentially two quick methods on how I bug proof my my materials, my feathers and stuff, before mixing them to the to my other stuff. Obviously, look, you know, as every fly tyer knows, you spend an absolute fortune. You spend a lot of money on materials for fly tying feathers and stuff like that. The last thing you want is a bug infestation. So the best tip I can say to you is never mix any materials with your fly tying materials unless you've taken precautions to bug proof them first. And if you follow these precautions, generally you won't go wrong. It hasn't failed me to date, and since I've been fly tying and gathering my own materials, this is how I've been doing it. So yeah, look, give it a go, and look, let me know how you get on. Comment, like, subscribe. Thanks for your support, everyone, and thanks for watching. All the best.